Hello from Kingfisher, Oklahoma. Today we're going to do 7 things from Exodus 10 and 11. First, the plagues continue with the locust eating all the green that's left over. If you'll remember, there was giant hail that came down and was breaking trees and all this sort of thing. If there's anything green left over, the locusts are going to come. 2, there are so many locusts that the ground is black with locusts. It's just covered. Hard to find a place to step. There are so many. 3, Pharaoh's servants are ready for the Israelites to leave. They're begging Pharaoh, please let them go. They're going to destroy everything. There's going to be none of us left. Please let them go. But he won't do that. In fact, he's kind of still in a bargaining mood. I'll let some of you go, some of you not to go. Speaking of darkness, number 4, there's the plague of darkness. It's going to be so dark that the Israelites can't see their hand in front of their face. It's going to be so dark they can feel the darkness. None of them are going to move around in their house for 3 days. But it says that the children of Israel had light in their dwellings. So I don't know if that's like the wall of flies, but a wall of darkness, like fog. They can see the darkness over there, but it's light over here. Or if that just means they're wandering around free in the light while the children of Egypt see only darkness. Don't know. But either way, it's pretty incredible. Number 5, now God is foretelling that he's going to be sending the plague. But it's really a retelling because he told them before, he told Moses before, this is going to happen. Pharaoh's going to be so stubborn. Finally, the death of the firstborn is what will move him out. And God is also retelling, because he told Abraham this before, that the Israelites will plunder their neighbors and they will go out with great wealth from the land of Egypt. Abraham was promised 400 years previous that this would happen, and God is saying it's about to happen. Number 6, all the firstborn will die. Rich, poor, people, animals. It's coming. It's a serious plague. The firstborn is going to die. God has said it. And Moses passes this along to Pharaoh. And Pharaoh, number 7, is so upset that he's kicked Abraham out. He's kicked him out. I don't want to see your face anymore. And Moses says, you won't. So, pretty incredible chapters. Let's get to it. And the Lord said to Moses, go in unto Pharaoh, for I have hardened his heart, and the heart of his servants, that I might show him my signs before him, and that thou mayest tell in the ears of thy son, and thy son's son, what things I have wrought in Egypt, and my signs which I have done among them, that ye may know that I am the Lord. And Moses and Aaron came into Pharaoh, and said to him, thus saith the Lord our God of Hebrews, how long wilt thou refuse to humble thyself before me? Let my people go, that they may serve me. Else, if thou refuse, and let my people go, behold, tomorrow I will bring locusts into thy coast, and they shall cover the face of the earth, that one cannot be able to see the earth. And they shall eat the residue of that which escaped, which remaineth unto you from the hail, and they shall eat every green tree that groweth for you out of the field. And they shall fill thy houses, and the houses of thy servants, and the houses of all the Egyptians, which neither thy father nor thy father's father have seen since the day they were on this earth until this day. And he turned himself and went out from Pharaoh. And Pharaoh's servants said unto him, how long shall this man be a snare to us? Let the men go, that they will be able to serve the Lord their God. Knowest thou not yet that Egypt is destroyed? And Moses and Aaron were brought again unto Pharaoh, and he said to them, go, serve the Lord your God. But who are they that will go? And Moses said, we will go with our young and with our old, with our sons and with our daughters, with our flocks and our herds we will go, for we must hold a feast unto the Lord. And he said, let the Lord be so with you, and as I will let you go, and your little ones, look to it, for evil is before you. Not so. Go now ye that are men, and serve the Lord, for that ye did desire. And they were driven out from Pharaoh's presence. So, only the men can go? I don't think so. We want everyone to go. Verse 12, and the Lord said unto Moses, stretch out thy hand over the land of Egypt for locusts, that they may come upon the land of Egypt, and eat every herb of the field, even all the hail hath left. And Moses stretched forth his rod over the land of Egypt, and the Lord brought an east wind upon the land all day and all night. And when it was morning, the east wind brought the locusts. And the locusts went up over the land of Egypt, and rested on all the coasts of Egypt. Very grievous were they. Before them there was no such locust as they, neither after them shall be such. For they did cover the face of the whole earth, so that the land was darkened. And they did eat every herb of the land, and all the fruit of the trees which had been left. And there remained not one green thing in the trees, or the herbs of the field, through all the land of Egypt. And Pharaoh called for Moses and Aaron in haste, and said, I have sinned against the Lord and against you. Now therefore forgive, I pray thee, my sin, only this once, and entreat your Lord, that he may take away from me this death only. And he went out from Pharaoh and entreated the Lord. And the Lord turned with a mighty strong west wind, which took away the locusts and cast them into the Red Sea. There remained not one locust in all the coast of Egypt. But the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart, so he would not let the children of Israel go. The Lord said to Moses, Stretch out thine hand toward the heavens, that there be darkness over the land of Egypt, even darkness which may be felt. And Moses stretched forth his hand toward heaven, and there was a thick darkness in all the land for 3 days. They saw not one another, neither rose any from his place for 3 days. But all the children of Israel had light in their dwellings. And Pharaoh called unto Moses, Go ye serve the Lord, only let your flocks and your herds be stayed. Let your little ones also go with you. And Moses said, Thou must give us also sacrifices and burnt offerings, that we may sacrifice to the Lord our God. Our cattle shall go with us, therefore shall not a hoof be left behind. For thereof we must take to serve the Lord our God. We know not with what we must serve the Lord until we come thither. But the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart, and he would not let them go. And Pharaoh said to him, Get thee from me, take heed that thou see my face no more, for in that day that thou seest my face thou shalt die. And Moses said, Thou hast spoken well, I will see thy face no more. Chapter 11, And the Lord said to Moses, Yet I will bring one more plague upon Pharaoh, and upon Egypt. Afterward he will let you go hence, and when he shall let you go, he shall surely thrust you out hence altogether. Speak now in the ears of the people, and let every man borrow of his neighbor, and every woman of her neighbor, jewels of silver and jewels of gold. And the Lord gave the people favor in the sight of the Egyptians. Moreover, the man Moses was very great in the land of Egypt, and in the sight of Pharaoh's servants, and in the sight of the people. And Moses said, Thus says the Lord, About midnight will I go in the midst of Egypt, and all the firstborn in the land of Egypt will die. The firstborn of Pharaoh that sitteth upon his throne, even unto the firstborn of the maidservant that is behind the mill, and all the firstborn of beasts. And there shall be a cry throughout all the land, such as there was none like it, nor ever shall be again. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against any man or beast, that ye may know that the Lord doth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel. And all these thy servants shall come down unto me, and bow themselves down unto me, saying, Get thee out, and all the people that follow thee. And after that I will go out. And he went out from Pharaoh in a great anger. And the Lord said to Moses, Pharaoh shall not hearken unto you, that my wonders may be multiplied in the land of Egypt. And Moses and Aaron did all the wonders before Pharaoh. And the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart, so that he would not let the children of Israel go out of the land. So it's a promise. A bad one is coming. The death of the firstborn. But Pharaoh won't listen. But we also get an interesting thing called the Passover, and we'll talk about that tomorrow. Catch you later.